We're getting formally ready to actually start to launch our marketing campaign. And there's a lot of different facets to how we're representing ourselves today. Again, unlike yesterday. Yesterday, we put a resume together and we hoped and we prayed that it did an adequate job of representing us out into the marketplace. Again, a simpler time, and if you had a good resume, it normally worked pretty effectively. As I think we've pretty strongly identified that in order to be an effective marketer today, you really have to take a multifaceted approach to representing yourself, because these underground jobs that we've discussed throughout the course really become a lot more apparent when you start developing an awareness out in the world of who you are, what ingredients you have, and how it could impact an employer in a very strong and powerful way. So we're going to cover all the different elements of what you really need to have in place to go to market. We've talked about our story, and that's really that strong oral representation. So as we're working, how do we represent ourselves effectively in person? But now we're going to look at all the different facets, from the cover letter to the resume to the interview structure, whether it be in person or via telephone, to social media and the strong implications that has had out in the work world today. And we're going to recognize that what our goal here is to build an incredibly strong brand, all right? We're building up our product, but that brand piece is being recognizable, is being a strong individual, so that people get to know who you are based on what you do. And your evolution of your personal brand will continue to develop and grow throughout the course of your career lifestyle. So for our Rethink people, you're at a very, very baby new product type of launch. You're really just starting your brand. That's why it's so important to recognize your first job and the implications that that can have for your long-term future. When we think about the reinvent, we're asking them to look at what probably was a good brand at one point in time, but now it needs to be spruced up. It needs to be freshened up so that it applies to the new employers or the new economies. And then we're talking about the career advancers or the redefines, and those individuals that really have a good brand, but they want to make it stronger. They want to make it more desirable. So each one of those individuals, regardless of your category, will understand how the different elements that we cover in this section of the course really is so important to your product representation, evolvement, development, so that you can always stay in that powerful position of being that individual that can choose opportunities, is sought out for opportunities, versus that defensive posture of really being more generic, not being recognized. And that really does not do a great thing for your future prospects or to the level at which you're hoping to grow your career path.